Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, hopefully your favorite official content creator for the First Descendant, and today, what I am doing is I am going to show you guys, okay, how to build the bossing Viessa build. Now you guys have already seen the farming build. I'm going to give you the bossing build today. We've done a lot of testing on this one because I hate being wrong, but we did a lot of testing on this, and so far this is the build that has given me the best results. So without wasting any of your time, let's go straight into it. As always, when we start out with these builds, the first thing that I'm going to refer to is the reactor, external components, all that kind of stuff, but we're also going to go through the skills because lately I found that players prefer if I go through the skills a little bit so that I can give people an idea of what the character can do. So for those of you who are not familiar with Viessa, Viessa's first skill is to throw an ice shard. Okay, it explodes at a certain radius and it will deal damage in an AoE. All right, it hits once. The second one is Frost Roads. Now this one's very interesting because with the Transcendent mod that we have, the Frost Roads will actually deal continuous damage over time in a small radius. So when you leave, so you're gonna run around, you're leaving these ice puddles. Okay, I could call them ice puddles. All right, they last for approximately 20 seconds, which is a fairly long time, and each time they tick for about 249.1% of your skill power, which is actually pretty nice. These can only be expanded up to 200%. All right, but it also increases your movement speed by 40%, and you recover 3% of your shields every second that this is active, so do be aware of that. Okay, next would be Cold Snap. Cold Snap is an interesting one as well. This one basically launches a chill wave toward the front. Okay, it's a fairly long wave, but not very wide. Okay, so it's long, but not wide. Expandable range is 250%, but the skill power on this is 3,194% as a modifier. You can bring the cooldown time down to about 6.4 seconds with this, so it's pretty darn insane. All right. And then you've got your ultimate, which is Blizzard. Okay, Blizzard, unlike the company, will actually give you quite good value. It will last for 6 seconds, dealing damage every second for 1,516.7% modifier. And the radius is, with this particular build, about 7.7 meters. And at the very end, the Blizzard explodes. Okay, that is 2,875, and the radius is actually larger than the continuous damage ticks. So Blizzard is actually pretty useful. And here's the actual kick in the can. If you bring the duration up just slightly above 6 seconds, which can be done with the Annihilation set, you'll gain an extra tick of damage at the end, therefore giving you a slight boost to your damage without very much extra cost to you. Okay, so that's what we do. You will see all of this demonstrated once we're in the Colossi fights. All right, now let's talk about the reactor, external components, weapons, all that kind of stuff. Let's go through it together. Well, my hat apparently phases out of reality. Sorry, my green screen is not very high quality and the sun is really strong today, so I have to continuously adjust the green screen as we go along so that I don't completely phase out of reality. But don't worry, I got this handled. Now, I guess I'll leave my hat slightly phasing. Let's talk about the reactor. Funnily enough, if you have already built my Haley build, your reactor will be set. I use skill critical hit damage and skill attack versus Colossus on my reactor. You can also choose to go for skill attack versus Colossus and cooldowns. Okay, so these are the two combinations that'll work well for you. I was lazy to farm another one, so I just slapped Haley's reactor on her. Why is it a chill singular reactor? Because although Viessa's skills initially are all of a different type, when you actually use Absolute Zero, which is the Transcendent mod we're going to use for this build, you will actually need a chill singular reactor, and this is the method to get one. All right. It will convert all your skills from fusion / tech, which is normal Viessa, all to singular. Okay, so all of her skills, once you put on Absolute Zero, are singular, 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 which is fantastic. So everything benefits from her reactor. Okay, and if you've already got a Haley build, you've already got a good Haley reactor, you can just max it out, and you've got one reactor for 2 characters, which is stunning. Okay, stunning. Then for your external components, what you are going to use is you are going to use 2 of the Polar Knight set. Please get the auxiliary power and the Knight sensor. Okay, why? Because both of these come with max HP. For the auxiliary power, roll max HP and MP recovery out. MP recovery out of combat. Okay, both of these try to get them gold. If you're like me and you've got gold, blue, fine. It's okay. All right, this is fine. For the sensor, please try and roll max MP gold and MP recovery in combat gold. This will help Viessa tremendously. These two are needed. Then, Annihilation Memory and Annihilation Processor will be fantastic for your remaining two external components. This gives you skill effect duration of 5.7% extra, all right? And if you choose the memory, it's got max HP, and the processor has max HP as well. So these are fantastic rolls that'll help you out. For your memory, please roll defense and MP recovery modifier, which is absolutely necessary for Viessa. Then roll max shield and shield recovery modifier, also fairly necessary for Viessa. Okay? That about covers it for your external components and for your reactor. Your final stats are going to look something like this. Okay, you've got about 12,000 hit points with this. You've got about 789 shields and about 5,600 defense. Don't worry too much about your defensive stats because you will survive in other ways. Okay? And of course, I'll demonstrate this against Infernal Walker, as you would have seen on stream. If you didn't see it on stream, don't worry, you will get a demonstration at the end of this video. Okay? All right, so that covers the reactor and the external components. Oh, and almost forgot to say, the Polar Knight set is for the chill skill power of 6.2%. Okay, just a little extra boost. Now, weapons-wise, use whatever works for your reactor. It does not matter. Make sure that you can fulfill the optimization condition. Since I'm using Haley's reactor, guess what? I'm using the Perforator and the Piercing Light. My builds for these weapons are already out, so just slap them on. You're good to go. Off you go. That's it. Okay? You don't need me to waste your time with that. Just consult the respective build video and you're solid. Okay? Nothing's changed. Now, for bossing with Viessa, here are the modules that you are going to need. You've covered the reactor, external components. The weapons are literally just to supplement Viessa, so don't even worry about the weapons. Okay, as long as you're triggering the mounting condition of your gold reactor, you're fine. All right, now let's go through the modules together. Okay, you've already heard what the skills can do. Let's talk about the modules. Absolute Zero is your Transcendent module of choice. Why? Because when you use a skill, all right, you will no longer inflict Ice Shackle. Instead, you're going to inflict Frostbite. Okay, and every time you inflict Frostbite, you're going to trigger, okay, her skills with Absolute Zero, which is why some people like to use Absolute Zero together with Clairvoyance. Because what is Frostbite? Frostbite is actually related to Chill Attack. Okay, whenever you have a Chill Attack on a weapon, let's just, let me just show you a quick example. Let me slap on Chill Attack right there. If you go to your info screen, right, and you scroll all the way down to Chill Attack indicates that, okay, the symbol indicates Chill Attack when using a firearm. Chill Attack inflicts Frostbite on enemies, according to the attribute status effect trigger rate. Enemies inflicted with Frostbite become frozen and unable to move for a period of time. This means that you can actually, if you really want to with this particular build, all right, you can actually do some serious shenanigans because the weapon, now I just want to show you this, the weapon Clairvoyance, if you go into its details, go into its details, unique ability, this thing, okay, inflicts something called Appalled Calling. This effect is considered to be the same effect as Frostbite in some modes. Okay, so this can actually be used to trigger your Absolute Zero. All right. That being said, I don't use it because I don't like the weapon. So, quite frankly, I haven't used it. I do want to try it out in future for this particular combo. But if you don't have it, it doesn't matter because, like I said, with this, I've still been doing the regular thing, and it's been working just fine. So, Piercing Light, Perforator. Okay? Absolute Zero is your Transcendent mod, like I said. Mid-air Maneuvering will be your sub-attack module. This is pretty standard across all my characters. Now, let's talk about the actual modules you're going to need. First, for cooldown. Nimble Fingers and MP Conversion are a must-have. Yes, you will sap 15% of your max MP, but you've got no choice. This is the best way to lower your cooldowns, and Viessa's cooldowns are long. So you want to lower them as much as possible. Survival, you have only increased HP. You're going to have to make do with that. Now, if you really want to, and you want to squeeze a little bit more HP in, at the cost of 36.5% of your max shield, which isn't very much, considering your shield is already very low, you can gain an extra 8% max HP. Is it worth it to you? Up to you. I just use increased HP and I'm fine. Okay? Next, you need skill expansion. Skill expansion will help you expand the range of your skills. Keep in mind that Viessa's max expandable range is 250%. For Frost Road, it's only 200%. So all the rest of his skills are 250, by the way. So the only thing you could do is put amplification control in addition to skill expansion, but that will not help you here. Okay? So I just use one skill expansion, and I find that to be good enough. Next, you are going to need all 4 crit modules. I did try okay, I did try going with 85% critical rate, which I'll show you in a little bit. I did try going with 85% critical rate over 100% critical rate, and I found that 100% worked better. Okay, but if you don't like it, you can take out emergency measures, drop this to 85% crit rate, and go with whatever you want. The reason for 85% crit rate is that Colossi have a natural critical hit resistance rate, which we do not know. This data is not available in the game, and it's not shown to you. Okay, but I find that with 100% crit rate, I do better, and I just do more overall. So the choice at the end of the day is yours, but I use all 4 crit modules. I use Focus on Chill for chill skill power and further skill cooldowns. And then last but not least, I use Dangerous Ambush because for Infernal Walker, I very much prefer to fight in a team. And I find Dangerous Ambush useful because guess what? The skill power that it gives you when the enemy is not targeting you is going to be multiplied together with Focus on Chill. You guys already know about skill power multipliers. If you don't, my video is available. So all you have to do is watch that video and you're good to go. Now, I'm going to show you a little extra stuff before we go in and beat up the Infernal Walker. Okay? We're just going to go into the lab to do this because it's just a really, really quick showcase. All right, this is the difference between the 85% skill crit and the 100% skill crit. So I'm just going to show you that. Then we'll go and beat up Infernal Walker, and we're good to go. Okay, that's going to be our day today. Okay, so when we're in the lab, right, what I want you to take note of is the fact that with this particular build, when you go into the lab, you'll actually show you your skill critical hit rate as 100%. If you were to remove emergency measures, just to say, okay, and you save again, it's 85. Okay, so this is how you manipulate your critical hit rate. All right, this is because Absolute Zero's base critical hit rate increase is to your base critical. All right, it is an additive increase to your base critical, which is how you reach 100% crit rate with Viessa. All right, previously this was a multiplier, I believe. Okay, if you return to Albion, though, there's a little bit of a bug because it doesn't show you this in town. Okay, so we're going to return to Albion. I'm just going to show you that window, and then we're going to go beat up the Infernal Walker. All right, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So once we load back into town, if you go back to your inventory and you look here, your critical hit rate only shows us 46%. Okay, so this is the difference. It is a little bit buggy and I'm not sure why, but it is how it is. Now, we're going to go beat up Infernal Walker, so stay tuned. Now let's go kick its ass with this exact build, shall we? Okay, I'm in an Infernal Walker run. Now, there's no guarantee of victory, but I just want to show you it's all the same build. Okay, all the same stuff right there. Now, when Infernal Walker starts, what you want to do is, alright, you want to get right up close. Now, beware of his, flame fart. That's always pretty bad. Hit him with your third skill. Oops, sorry, excuse me. Hit him with your third skill. Okay, right there. As much as possible, because that's what really dishes out damage to him, okay? So the same thing you would see me do on stream. You can use your first skill as well, but I try to limit casts of it because, quite frankly, it doesn't do all that much. And it's way better to use your third skill where you actually get bang for your buck. Now, if you start to run low on MP, what I do is I run. Why? This is where MP recovery out of combat really helps you out. See how fast my MP is regenerating? If I had a gold version of this, this would be done a lot faster, allowing me to get back to combat faster. Okay, cast your Blizzard quickly and then move. Alright, you don't have to cast your first skill a lot if you do not want to, but cast it as much as you possibly can. Alright, but again, if you want best value, cast your third skill. Okay? This tends to work really well. Keep the Blizzard up and stay close, but be aware that he may, do the flame fart on you. So, just be aware of that. I should probably call it a flame vent. I always keep an eye on where his barrels are pointing, because that tells me if he intends to rip me a new one or not. Okay. I keep up with my particular running buff because it's pretty important. If he starts to spam missiles, I run. And when I see that look in his barrels, I go because that's the big nuke. Alright, once I'm about down to halfway, I start running. And I never stop. Kind of like Forrest Gump, but a little bit better. Okay. Keep going. Third skill, first skill. Now he's not focusing on me, right? So take advantage of that. Alright, there we go. Let's take advantage of it. Now he's down. He's really down for the count. Take advantage of casting now because you get the full power of your skill of your dangerous ambush. All right, low on MP, that's okay. Start running. If you can find some MP drops like this, grab those MP drops and get right back in the game. Okay, no need to be running for that. Get right back into casting. All right, stay at a reasonable distance just in case. Okay, there we go. He sat down again and boom, shakalaka, he's done. All right, so there you go. There you go right there. That's the Infernal Walker killed, and I love doing it in teams because it's a lot of fun. I got to do a lot of damage this time around because the team wasn't really filled with Haleys and stuff. It was filled with Haleys. This run usually takes about 53 seconds. But that was 189 million damage, so pretty reasonable, pretty solid. You can increase damage at the cost of survival, but it's up to you whether you want to or not. This is what I use, okay? So that's it, ladies and gents. That is Viessa's bossing build. Feel free to use it in other situations and against other creatures as well. If I have time, I may do like one of those full sets, you know, where I take it and kill every single boss in the game, but I don't really have the time for that right now. So thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy the content. I hope you guys enjoy my little hat phasing out of reality. Cheap green screen is the problem, but you know what? It's okay. I'm mystical like that. Okay, thank you very much for watching me. I hope you guys will enjoy this build. Now, before we go, we have to thank all the top supporters for December. Okay, so please make sure to thank the following individuals. Here they are. Top tipper is CG Mayhem. Top tipper list includes Sir Tommy, Naste Gamer, Bravo 7910 is included in that, FYI. Top super chatter is Lawbreaker. Top super chatter list includes George Tishon, Brad Music, D Russ, Joe D Wilkins, BBS Fang, and Fisher. Thank you guys so much. Top channel membership gifter is Arcane Silver with 20 gifted memberships. Top membership gifter list includes Bendover, George Tishon, Track Hoodie, and D Russ. Thank you guys so much for this lovely month of December. You guys are amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't do anything weird while I'm gone, okay? You know the drill. You know the rules. See you later.